Oh, another great visit. Glucose test done. Now, one thing I want to say, and I realize that this is like one of the unfortunate parts when it comes to things during birth, is that for you to be able to take the fresh test, there is a charge of $20. So you get the gross glucola stuff with all the horrible things inside of it for free, offered to you in different flavors, lime and orange, and all these things, right? For free. You can drink the disgusting stuff for free that normally leads to false positive tests that is putting God knows what, and we know now too, into your body. Or you can pay $20 to take the healthier stuff. It doesn't have all those chemicals. It doesn't taste nearly as disgusting. Actually, it tastes like a refreshing lemonade. You could do that. And I realized just how much some things in birth are just such a luxury. There's such a you think, $20, that's fine. But for some people, that's really hard. For some people, $20 for one test may not be or feel worth it because of all the other things that they have going on, And so I guess that's just what I've noticed. There's just so many things that are just not, when it comes to birth, that there are just some choices that aren't available to people, aren't offered to people because financial situation. And so that can be difficult. There's an online registry that's now for you to be able to give towards a mom being able to do things like, I would assume this, paying for this test or paying for a doula, either for birth or for postpartum, where you can give, instead of giving a baby shower item like a million onesies, you can, not that those things aren't necessary, but that you could give towards being able to help parents have these kinds of services, moms have these kinds of services and stuff. So it's pretty awesome that now that exists, literally to help fund towards someone being able to pay for their doula or pay for something like this, right? Which ends up being an out-of-pocket expense that your insurance won't cover. I also think, $20 is also really affordable, so I'm thankful for that too. Pretty affordable, but again, something that you would need to know about if it required you to actually save up for it and kind of do that. So there's that. Also got a packet full of all this stuff where it goes through all these fact sheets about all the things they want to give you and your baby. And to be honest, I skipped them. I didn't have to sign off on anything. So it's not like I was just told, I just had to sign off that I received the packet. I got the information. Yes, I did. But I read in terms of their policies, they're like, this is all just information of things that we do. This is not you accepting or declining any of these services. Just please, initial here that you received this information. And so, just so much. I could just imagine, for somebody who doesn't know anything about birth, this is your first time having a baby, and you get these packets from your provider, and it's you're reading all this stuff, and then some of the stuff is just written in a way that it's naturally telling you what it wants you to, which way they want you to go. It's bias in nature. It's not just here's the information. It's, here's why this is good. Okay, why instead of saying why not, instead of saying why this is good or why you should do this, why don't you say, here is the thing being offered to you, here are the benefits, here are the risks, here are your alternatives. Now what would you like to do? Make your decision based off of that, right? It's all a little, it's just a little skewed. And so there's all that. You really do have to do your own research. You really do have to read what's given to you, but also be open to getting more information. I love evidence-based birth. I think they are an awesome, awesome resource. And so I highly, highly recommend checking out their website, podcasts, all the stuff. They have a lot of information that can just help, right? So there's that. And then also, just was super encouraging with the nurse that I had, just like what a blessing children are, and really am having a fourth one, and just like, you know, just the joy of being pregnant. I like being pregnant. Pregnancy is fun to me. I don't get all the crazy symptoms that a lot of people experience, or that you may have heard. I'm not sure if a lot of people experience them. I just think they just are mentioned a lot. And I have been blessed with very good pregnancies, and so I'm enjoying it. I'm excited for this summer, these next 3 months. It's going to be a fun summer. Lots to do, but also it's just recognizing that I'm not doing any of this in my own strength, any of this by my own knowledge. It really is all God, and I'm just putting it all in His hands. You know, as I'm reading these papers about, like, you know, the likelihood of, you know, you may have to be transferred to the hospital from the birth center if we feel like we can't treat you, or there's something, you know, if there's meconium in the water, if there's this, if there's that. And I'm just like, you know what? I am not worrying about any of that. I'm like, I'm gonna have this baby. It's gonna be all good at the birth center, all of it. And you know what? If something happens and I'm at the hospital, I still know it's gonna be all good, because God is that good. I've been there before, you know. But I just have a lot of peace around this, and just a lot of encouragement, honestly. After today, I just want to go just get as much stuff done before this baby arrives. I already have the baby's clothes already separated and all that stuff for like the first 3 months. I figured, I'm like, let me just do this early and get it out of the way. So baby's clothes is all ready, I think. And then I just got to make a short list of maybe a couple things I have to get for having a fourth baby. My littlest one is going to have to change car seats. That's essentially it. God is merciful. And mercy, it's interesting, the word mercy in the Hebrew, most of the time is translated as chesed. It's this beautiful word, but where I was reading it today, it was translated differently. It was translated as Kanan, Chanan, Kanan. And the pictograph is so awesome for this word, because it is a wall continues. The wall continues. It's like the symbol of the wall and the symbol of the seed, which means to continue. So it means wall continues. So the only place where they have where a wall continues is an encampment of an encampment of tents. And the way you used to live within your family was an encampment of tents. It was familial tents. It was like side to side to side, and it was like all the families together would have an encampment of their tents, and that was a family, right? And it said that in this, the reason why this was the pictograph used, why this was the picture for the word merciful, or actually kind and beauty and all that stuff, is because they say that it's within the tent within the familial tent, within the family, is where you can experience freedom, beauty, and compassion. And it gave me this beautiful image of just like how much God really values family, and what He really does intend for us. How that mercy, that loving kindness, sometimes it's translated, but really I'm thinking of the word mercy because it's the Kanan. It's Hebrews. It's Strong's 2603. If you want to look into it. And it's just this beautiful picture of a family. God really values family, and he does so many beautiful things. And I feel like through the Hebrew language, so many beautiful pictures of what he has for family. And the fact that the word mercy, of what he gives us, God's mercy in Psalm 9 is what I'm thinking of it. It's where it specifically translates it into that word, is this beautiful image of the beauty, the compassion, and the love that there is within a family. And God is our Father, so of course, right? So as my family's growing, I keep meditating and thinking of God's compassion on us as his family, as his children, the beauty that there is in our family, and the compassion that he shows us in the midst of everything, in the midst of our circumstances, in the midst of when we mess up. He's just so compassionate. So that is my meditation. My heart's meditation is God's compassion for his family, for us as his children. And so I hope that blesses you. That is my 25-week update. I guess I was wrong all over again, guys. So I think that's the earliest I've ever done my GD test. So that's interesting. Should have the results tomorrow. But yeah, 25 and 6 or something. So almost 26 weeks. Yeah, how exciting. I am 25 weeks pregnant. Crazy. These 25 weeks have flown by. But I hope these next ones, I'm going to try to slow it down and live and breathe and enjoy every single one of them. And I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. Hey mama, so thanks for sticking around to watch this vlog of what pregnancy has been like with baby number 4 for this season, for this time, while I'm sharing about this awesome birth story. I am offering my online childbirth education course for as little as $1 to give you access through the end of the year to get yourself educated on birth and pregnancy and postpartum, so that you are prepared to have a supernatural, positive birth experience with Jesus. And so I hope that you'll take advantage of that. The link is down below. Thanks so much for sticking around to watch this video till the end, and we'll see you in the next one.